Hello everyone and welcome to Best Side Cycling. Today I'm here at U District Station. I was on a road bike ride and I decided to come by here to show you off some of the new bike lanes. So it's going to be a simple video. I'm going to just check it out. It's my first time seeing the ones on 11th Avenue. So let's get riding. So we're going to start this ride here at 43rd and Brooklyn Avenue, right next to the light rail station that opened 3 years ago as part of the Northgate extension. And yeah, this is going to be a really nice one because there has been a lot of new connections built in this area, so it's really cool to see, including this new off-street bike lane, which unfortunately does have this lime scooter right in the middle of it, and that sometimes happens, especially with these setups, and it might be a little bit of a theme through showing this new infrastructure today, but it's still really quite nice and well paved and it's really safe from cars. As you go here to light, there's going to be these new signals, and today we're going to be checking out the sort of new buffered bike lanes that are set up on 11th Avenue with flex posts. So I'll show you the before and after from there, but I wanted to start the video from this spot because there's some of these new improvements as well, and I think it's really built intentionally as a connection from the light rail station, so I can definitely see how this video would be a nice route going from south to north if you're heading towards Northgate, Maple Leaf, and the such. So this section still features some cones. Hopefully they'll get replaced with some proper flex posts, but very soon here you can always see the clear delineation in the sort of newer stuff, with the pavement usually being a bit of a darker color and these flex posts being well and alive. So here there's a new turn off on 47th, and then it is a sort of bit awkward because the green striping, usually indicating bicycle movement, is on the right side, but in my experience with these four-way stops, usually taking the lane, acting more like a car is more predictable. It probably could work, but there is no specific signal there. And then we go all the way down till we get to 11th Avenue. And just for more context, this was all part of the 11th Avenue and 12th Avenue paving and safety project, which goes actually a bit more south from 43rd Street all the way to 66, which featured parking removal, raised bus stop, sidewalk repairs, and crosswalks and traffic signals. So there's a lot here. Some of it looks like even they're still working on the final pieces. While I wait behind the student driver, I decided not to go to the right just in case I didn't want to scare them or anything, but here we go. The new changes, voila. We see this wide open space with bike lanes. Before, what was here was basically another parking situation and then a sort of painted bike lane right next to it. So here's a bit of image to get an idea, and that was pretty much the configuration for most of this corridor. So that is really awesome, like how much more space has been given to bicycles in this area and how much safer it should be. So we're approaching this intersection now, where I'll point out a few things where I thought was neat. Here we are slightly protected with that concrete loaf next to us. There is a bike signal across, and then most notably you'll see the raised sort of bus island that acts as an extension of the sidewalk, but it also acts as a bus stop. It is a little awkward because here I choose to go to left into the lane a little bit since there's no traffic, to sort of avoid conflict with this pedestrian. It's sort of painted green and has some bike signals there that like indicates that you probably will go straight, but I think honestly to most people, and given how wide these lanes really are, like this is really well paved and really wide, I feel people would rather walk in this than on the sidewalks that currently exist. Some of those crossings that we're passing by now have been improved, but here's an example. Like I think you'll notice on the right, on the sidewalk, there's just so much stuff going on. Like there's a giant pole, there's garbage cans and whatever. So I can definitely have some empathy, but yeah, definitely do not walk around in the bike lanes, and everyone should just look out for each other. But here is another awkward situation as we approach another raised bus island. So that is technically a curb, and then here I'm telling them sort of repeatedly that I'm behind them, and then here we have they apologize as I pass by. They didn't realize what they were doing. They just sort of see this big white sort of space. There's no bike on it or anything, and they just sort of go. So this reminds me a lot of the Mercer Island situation near the parking ride. So bottom line is, yeah, definitely watch out for those sections, yield to pedestrians, and hopefully just all watch out for each other. And then another thing I want to call up with design is how I like that there is just no parking here. So it's not like the Dexter Avenue ones or the ones on Green Lake that's sort of been on the news recently. There's a lot of good, decent visibility for cars turning in and out. So this is sort of a great sort of template going forward, because I think, yeah, sometimes if you combine these designs with the parking as protection, then it gets super awkward. But here is Ravenna Boulevard. There is some new sort of bike boxes for you to continue westbound towards Green Lake. And then I'm not quite sure what's happening right here to the right, because I don't think it actually connects to the main arterial. So if you know, let me know, because I didn't get a super good look. But yeah, this is another instance of those raised bus islands. I am really curious why they painted the ramp up and down green. I don't know if it's just to call attention from cyclists or from drivers or pedestrians and cyclists. So if anyone has any thoughts or know from SDOT, let me know. But it is overall, I think these improvements are really nice. Just the fact that they've removed so much parking and given so much space now to go comfortably in this corridor is really cool. And a lot of this is somewhat uphill as well, so it's really well appreciated in this direction, as well as a lot of these new improved crossings. So I'm just gonna ride on until basically the infrastructure sort of runs out, which they will sort of coming up soon. But we're gonna be approaching the Roosevelt link station just right here, so it's sort of neat that you can sort of just connect between the two so easily here. So definitely first impressions are quite good, and I would recommend this as a south to north route. But if you have any others that you want to let other people know, because I don't ride here all that often, please comment them below. But I also do want to mention 15th Avenue, which I've covered on the channel before, just a few blocks east, has really good sort of north-south connection as well. Lastly, for this bus island, I like that there's sort of more markings on the ground. I feel like creates a bigger space to share. But anyway, I think that about ends the tour on the new improvements. As we pass 66th Street, you can now see what we have as really the old configuration here, which is a painted bike lane and then all these parked cars on the right and then moving vehicles on the left. So this is very not comfortable. You'll see this configuration quite commonly throughout the city. My best advice is usually to ride as far left as you're comfortable so that you're not right into the door range, but you also need to just be vigilant and then look through the windows to make sure, or just see up ahead if there's any lights on to indicate that there might be doors, and then obviously not too far to the left that you are just in risk of getting run over from behind. So that didn't sound very pleasant, but it really isn't too great. There's areas in the city that have this that I definitely want to see changed, like on 12th Avenue. So yeah, but that's about it in terms of that. So if you enjoyed that, please roll the like button, subscribe. I've come to realize how much you all enjoy my ride videos, including ones like this with just commentary. So I'm gonna do a lot more of those. They're a lot easier for me to make at a constant basis, as I'm just doing this all on the side. But the Haleakala climb video is coming. I just need to take a bit more time. So I think that's about where I'm gonna wrap up this video. So hope you enjoyed that. And just up ahead here is 76th Street, and that's where we'll conclude the video. So that about covers it for the stretch I wanted to show off. Let me know what you think in below. What do you think of the design? Would you ride it? Where does it help you connect? We're now on 75th, which is a pretty busy street, but there's some bike lanes to connect to Northgate or to Maple Leaf. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna cap out this video. Nice and simple. I hope you guys have been riding, and I'll see you all in the next one.